Hey guys, I know a lot of you are angry. I know a lot of you are upset. And I know a lot of you feel like your donations have been wasted. So I will take your anger. I will take a beating because I can take it. And that's why I offer you things any logical person can figure out are not going well for Andrew Yang. We're running out of money. We're spending more money than we have or than we're taking. We fired and laid off dozens of staff members for whatever reason. And we have finished last in time talked at our debate by a large margin, where a lot of you, and I've heard the comments, I've even talked to some of you on the phone, wanted him to be aggressive or, in your words, assertive, and he was not. Bernie Sanders clocks in at 20 minutes, Biden almost 20, Mayor Pete over 18, Amy 16 and a half, Warren almost 16, Tom Steyer, and this is the one that really hurts me, 1354, Andrew Yang 811. So if you took away the opening statement and the closing statement, how much time? There's only 7 people here, and the person who finished in 6th place talked 6 more minutes than you did, and everyone else basically talked over double. Andrew Yang has the best ideas, but he does, in my definition, needs to be aggressive. He has to be hungry. He has to fight for it. When people donate money to you, they believe in you. They're donating. Maybe they live paycheck to paycheck. Maybe that means they drive Uber a little bit more. Maybe that means they skip a meal. You have to fight on their behalf, tooth and nail. And in the beginning, when I said this, a lot of you didn't agree. You did not agree. But something changed, and I can back it up with statistics. This channel has grown a lot since Iowa, because a lot of you have felt what I feel. I felt this for longer than you have. So if you're angry, you're upset, you feel like you donated to something that you shouldn't have, then fine. I can take a beating. I can take a beating. You can channel that anger and that feeling towards me. And a lot of people won't say it because they believe and they're optimistic, but in the sense of logic, this is the first debate. We talked 6 minutes and 28 seconds. Tom Steyer talked 8 minutes and 24 seconds. Some of the people who aren't even here anymore, Booker, Harris, Gabbard, who are not in the next, they talked more than we did. This was the first debate. And to be honest, we probably spent more time on our opening and closing statements than we did at the debate itself and all of the It's okay. It's okay. It's okay to be upset. It's okay to be a little pissed off. But don't blame a mic. The mic was shut off. Don't blame a technical difficulty. Don't blame the moderators. If the moderators thought Andrew Yang had interesting ideas, they would, and it would increase their ratings, which increase their paychecks, they would have called on him. That's why Sanders always finishes on top. What if they don't call on you? Be an Amy. There's no shame in being an Amy. I didn't know who Amy was until the second debate, where she just took it over. Those moderators didn't call on Amy. She called on herself. Yang 1056. We have Tom Steyer again at 1150. Biden 1528. Mayor Pete almost 20, 20, 20, and 20 and a half. At some point in time, the problem has to be addressed, because whoever wins this has to go against Donald Trump. The Donald Trump that will look over your shoulder the whole time you're talking, that will interrupt you, that will make noises and faces. And did anyone see Donald versus Hillary? Do you realize how many debates you have to battle Donald for? And if you give him if you give him an inch of weakness, you're done. He will eat you alive. I like that a little bit. So, regardless of who wins, and I give Bernie Sanders credit, I could see him going toe-to-toe with Donald. I don't see him winning, but I could see it being much better than Biden. I could also see Mayor Pete going toe-to-toe with Donald. Everyone attacked him tonight, and I thought that he was fine. I will give Bernie credit when credit is due. He did a good job tonight. You know, many of you know I'm not a Bernie fan at all. I'm actually I don't believe in what Bernie believes in, but he did a good job tonight, and I can see that. Everyone can see it. This is the third debate where, again, we didn't attend. But had we attended, we probably would be below Tom Steyer. Again. So, the reason these debates are important, and now a lot of Andrew Yang YouTubers will say it's not important. Iowa wasn't important. This is not important. When we lose New Hampshire is not important. South Carolina's not. Super Tuesday is not important. And they're going to say that because they want you to watch their videos. They want you to click on and maybe donate to their live streams, I assume, which is what someone asked me to do. Pretty crazy, right? I'm going to make this very crystal clear. You can hate me. I'll take it. I'm tough. Andrew could win, but he needs to surround himself with wolves. He needs a person to train him how to debate. In high school, there's something called a debate club. I didn't attend it, but I assume that it teaches you how to debate. So I'm sure when you get older, there are debate teachers who can teach you how to maximize your time. Regardless of what you're saying, if you're talking less than half of the time, or even, Biden and Sanders are at 20 minutes. If you're talking way less than, it just seems like you have less to say. Even though I know Andrew Yang has the most to say. If Mayor Pete is going to repeat what you say, go after him. Go after him. Why not? What do we have to lose? The reason these debates are so important, I'm just going to spell it out for you in terms of what I know. The people who spend their Friday night, like me, like you, watching these debates, are likely to vote. They're likely registered Democrats. They are the exact voters in the caucus that we have to win, New Hampshire, or at least do well. So I guarantee you, out of the people voting in New Hampshire, probably 80% of them were watching this. Registered Democrats, I mean. Because why else? Why else have this? It is the debate. So this is great advertising time. When Andrew Yang runs a ad in Iowa, you don't even know if those are American citizens watching the ad. You don't know if they're Republicans. You don't know if they're Democrats. You don't know if they're independents. You don't know if they're pirates. You don't know if they're kids. You don't know if they're mentally insane. You don't know if they're in jail and cannot vote because they're felons. You don't know this when you run a TV ad, a general TV ad. But during the Democratic national debates, you do know that there is a high likely chance that the people who are watching are registered Democrats, and especially if they have to go vote in the caucus, they're probably going to watch. And that's why this TV time is more valuable than anything that you can run on TV. Because you have an audience that is very narrow and actually what you want. As opposed to running a TV commercial and you honestly have no idea who's on the other end watching. You don't know what you paid for. That's TV. That's cable TV for you. Now, To conclude, yes, I am upset. I am not happy that we were not more assertive. If it took banging the desk over and over again, then that's what we had to do. If it took going after Mayor Pete for copying our ideas, that's what we have to do. If it took taking Bernie Sanders to town for his unrealistic economical ideas, that's what we have to do. We did none of those things. We had an opening statement and a closing statement. That's about it. And I'm very curious to see what the other YouTube channels are going to make out of this. Hi, guys.